Moto2 leaves the Japanese Grand Prix and heads down under. It is the Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island, and it's the first chance for Ayagura to take a championship glory. Let's head down to Susie Perry trackside as we're 5 minutes away from the green light going on.
Anyway, you have to make the most when you're on these sorts of track that's going to suit your riding style. This has got Diogo Moreira written all over it.
We seem to say it every weekend, but he still is in second place. So Sergio Garcia qualified very poorly once again in 16th. Seems to be having a crisis of confidence, but still sitting second. Yeah, until today. I think this is the last round. He can't afford to be finishing 15th, well, not scoring points. But the weekend's been miserable. Qualified 16th, had a horrible crash on Friday morning, landed on his head. It was, do you know when your confidence is low, it's not quite happening, and he had this horrible cold tyre, wet high side. I thought it's the last thing he needs. So yeah, it's damage limitation. He's got to somehow now start to try and build some confidence. Is there anybody else that you can see towards the back that could make a charge? I'm just looking at Darren Binder in 15th, maybe. Absolutely. Darren Binder's really finding his way this season, and actually he's out of position with qualifying. His race pace is much better than that. He'll have to be aggressive. It's Darren Binder. That's his default setting. So if Darren can get a good start, get his elbows out, he's a chance of getting inside the top 5. We've got Dennis Onchu as well coming from 20th. That's quite far back. Yeah, has he got a long lap penalty as well, did I see? Yeah, I think he has. He's got a grid penalty. 3-place grid penalty.
Okay, that's where it is, yeah. Dennis Onchu, yeah. Any of the riders around him, I feel for them. I think this is going to be... We don't know what's going to happen in this race, it's fair to say, but it's Phillip Island, so expect the unexpected. Let's go over to Michael and Gav for this one.
Thanks, Susie. Here we go then, the Moto2 Australian Grand Prix. Flaming to go on pole position, but it's match point. Ayagura could be crowned Moto2 champion in 23 laps time. Moto2 will get underway then in 60 seconds time. Here's your starting grid for the Australian Grand Prix. Flaming de Geer, Aaron Canet, Alonso Lopez, your front row. Marcos Ramirez, Barry Boltas and Manuel Gonzalez. Diego Monrella, Albert Arenas and Ayagura. Jake Dixon's 10th from Tony Albarino and Dennis Foggia. Ayagura starts 9th, he's our champion-elect. Senna Igas is 13th from Ramon Sasaki and Darren Binder. Sergio Garcia, Izan Guevara and Zonta van der Gerberg in 18th. 19th on the grid for Mario Argi, then it's Dennis Onchu, 20th from Jeremy Alcoba. Philip Salak, Alex S. Gray and Harrison Vort starts in 24th, making his Moto2 debut. Juan Messia starts 23rd from Javier Cardelas, and then Javier Ortega starts 27th on the grid. All set then to get going. Megan Bertree joins me up in the commentary box as the warm-up lap begins. Megan, last time out in Moto2, we had a red flag on the opening lap for rain. We got a bit of wind, but now...
I hope that never happens.
Yeah. Moto2 now actually looks like we're going to be in for quite a good run. Should be quite good. Can Ayagura, 9th, who is 60 points ahead in the championship, has to score 16 points today, must be more than 76. Can he claim a world championship in his first go, or will that go down to next weekend in Indonesia?
I'm hoping next weekend.
Looks like it could be that way, couldn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's like, I really wouldn't mind. It's like, crash out. Just like, as long as it's not this weekend.
Yeah. A boring race or an exciting race? Moto3 was just exciting.
A medium race, one way doesn't hurt your head, and one way just enough people go down that you don't fall asleep because you're feeling tired.
The only thing that you've got to point out on this one is that we, like with Moto3, Moto2 haven't run in dry conditions all weekend long. So we're coming here practically with an unknown system. Is that going to affect the riders? Are they going to go in a bit cautious, or are they going to go in all hell for leather like we saw in Moto3?
They're going to go in for it thinking nothing. They're going to just think, I don't know what to think right now.
Yeah.
That is their thought process.
This is going to be fun then, as they come in then. Watch out for Jake Dixon. He's going to be starting in 10th. I go as 9th. He's our champion-elect to watch up to as well. And they're coming out of the last corner now. And the problem with this circuit, Megan, is that it doesn't take them long to get back to the grid. So one problem it causes incidents, but Garcia and Lopez closing in as well. Garcia is Ayagura's teammate. he wants to stay in the title hunt, but Garcia's been nowhere the last couple of races. You remember that in Japan?
Yeah.
I mentioned it. Ayagura, 9th, had a crash. I don't know. Who? Pick a name.
Well, when I originally looked on here, my mind went to Lopez, so I'm going to pick Lopez.
Race start then here for Moto2, and the Australian Grand Prix is under starters' orders. Formula Gear, Aaron Canet, Alonso Lopez, all lights on. Lights out in Australia. Great start from Aaron Canet, straight down the middle, perfect launch. He'll get the lead away from Alonso Lopez down towards turn number 1. Canet leads, Lopez second, Aldeguer down to third. Marcos Ramirez takes 4th. Hard to see from the helicopter angle. Which TV direction thought that was a good idea? That's ridiculous. Dixon's down. Hugh Jackson in the middle of the field. They're all getting forced out. 2 down in the back. Jake Dixon's out. Javier Cardenas is out. And yeah, well, unfortunately, that's when it comes. We couldn't see, but he was in the middle of the field. Yeah, Dixon and has come out of it as well.
Very reminiscent of the MotoGP accident yesterday.
It's Dennis Foggia and Jake Dixon. Javier Cardenas, though, is part of that mixture further back. So already not the greatest getaway. Foggia crashed, Dixon's crashed, so Jake's out from 10th already. Both down in turn 2, no sign of the red flags, but they're both up and walking away.
Ooh,
but that's
bit of a limp.
Well, let's have a look at that from a closer angle. Whose fault was that? It's under investigation by the stewards. Oh, Dixon lost it. Yeah, Dixon lost it in the middle and collected Foggia.
Foggia's, I think it's Foggia with a bit of a limp. Because
Yeah.
I think the bike kind of hit him.
Came underneath him, didn't it, as well?
Yeah, long that penalty for Gonzalez.
There'll be a couple coming through there as well. That has to be served as well from the stewards. So keep an eye on the race messages below us here in the commentary. So lap 1 complete then here, the Australian Grand Prix. On to lap 2, and it's Alonso Lopez leading. Look at the 24, Marcos Ramirez, and the 79 of Ayagura. Ayagura is already up into 5th position, but that's a bouncing buckaroo as they're coming towards turn 1. Lopez gets ahead of Canet. Lopez leads this race.
So right now, my pick is looking quite strong.
Yeah. Didn't expect it to change up like that, but it changed up quite quickly on the front of all that running order as well. So, yeah, Foggia is 27th and out of this race, sadly, as well. So, mark that down in the calendar dates as they all come through. Sasaki is ahead of Barry Boltus as they come down into turn 4 as well at Miller Hairpin. Aldeguer's on the back of Lopez as well, and Aldeguer's going to get a great exit here, and that's Canet going for the lead of the race, elbowing the side of Lopez. Aldeguer's going to go through the inside, the 2 teammates side by side. Aaron Canet, well, they call him Maniac. He's gone straight back up the inside. That was a great move.
Huh. It was a great move, and it's all entering the 4th sector now.
Yeah, all looks to be okay as well. A few patchy clouds above the circuit, but
everyone's improving.
Yeah, nothing that can be done. Lightning start by Aguirre, gained 4 places, and now Aldeguer is going to take the lead of the race on the inside line and out at Lukey Heights. Outside 13, Aldeguer leads, and Canet second, Lopez in third. Lopez coming back up the inside at 14, trying to get ahead of Canet. Canet knows he's there. Lopez doesn't care. Straight through. Well, teammates working together there at Busqvarna.
Second place. Woo-hoo.
It's Calex that changing. Look at Canet now. Slipstream. Gonzalez behind as well.
Oh, Lopez going round the inside, going into a corner I don't know the name of, and manages to get through of Canet.
That's into do, and yeah, Lopez takes the lead from Aldeguer. Canet takes Aldeguer for second place as well, and Gonzalez in there too. So that was turn 1, the right-hander at Dewar. Turn 2, the Southern Loop. Turn 3 is Stoner. Turn 4 is Miller Hairpin. This is Stoner now at 3. 4 is Miller before you come then into Sequeira at turn 8. As well, and Canet is taking his leg off the foot peg just a little bit. Oh, hello, what's that going on? That's is that well, that's the 14. That's Ayagura battling with the 14 of Tony Alberino, and Alberino's going on the inside. And Ayagura, he's not playing, is he today? Ayagura really wants this championship. He's fighting with everybody out there. Here's a replay. Oh, Agura, I thought Agura went wide. I did think he was coming out of it wide, didn't he?
Yeah. Was very close and came back in right at the wrong moment.
Just drifted it too deep and wide. Senna Igus has got ahead of Marcus Ramirez in 7th and 8th positions. I got a frog in my throat. Barry Boltus passes Amul Sasaki. RG passes Zonta van der Gerberg as well. And look at the 14 now of Alvarino holding off the 79 of Iagura for the championship battle. The gap needs to be 76 points. As it stands, it's 50. So no championship at the moment. But here comes Agura on the inside, and he's going to bring with him the inside line of Senna Igus. Iagura moves up. Now the gap 51. The Seagulls are around. Oh!
The Seagulls. Stay clear of Miller. He's not on yet, but still.
Over the line, Canet's lost the lead again. Now to Alonso Lopez. Lopez might lose it. Through now into the braking zone for the hairpin at Miller. Lopez on the inside line. Nope, can't do it. Lopez has the lap record of the race.
Someone's down.
Izan Guevara's dropped down a couple of places. Yet to see if he's
just gone wide off the track.
Yeah, look, he's lost a couple of places there, as we see on our monitor.
He's fine.
Senna Igus also losing a couple. Guevara did drop back to 20th, though, so I reckon he's outbraked himself into 4 and gone a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Sergio Garcia has really fallen off big time. He really has. Garcia's 13th, so really this is just Iagura waiting to have a championship. Jacob Monrella passed by Senna Igus now as Canet still battling for the leader. Lopez down to Lukey Heights.
Who was that? I can't tell these names.
Senna Igus getting ahead of Monrella in 8th and 9th. He swapped over a little bit.
And I just heard unfamiliar names.
That's Gavin Emmett as well coming through on the radio.
It's like I feel like.
Well, look at Aaron Canet now. We're riding with him, and there's Alonso Lopez. Fernando goes alongside him. Garcia's back up the inside, and into the lead goes Aaron Canet. Has he kept the inside line? Yes, he has. Coming through Dewan. Aldeguer's going to come back through on the inside line as well. Lopez shuts the door. Gonzalez has a track limits warning.
Garcia moves up into 12th.
Really is a case of anything you can do, I can do better today, isn't it? They really don't care about what they're having to do. Iagura coming back through as well on the inside line. Oh, hang on, that's Gonzalez taking a long lap penalty. So he's got a penalty warning because he hasn't done the long lap penalty yet. That was a wise decision, because what lap are we on?
I'm not sure the system works with that.
Yeah.
Completed.
So Gonzalez now completed his long lap penalty from the stewards as well. He is now free to return for the rest of this race. Canet leads. Lopez and Fermin Aldeguer are doing battle together. Dennis Onchus dropped down a couple of places. Aldeguer.
Down.
Zonta.
Down.
Yeah, and stopped. Zonta is out. So Zonta van der Gerberg has crashed out of the Grand Prix. Wait to see anything on our monitors. Yeah, yellow flags, Megan, sectors 3 and 4. I bet that's Lukey Heights.
Yeah.
Doesn't say rider okay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Just says crashed out. I hope he's okay.
I'm sure he is.
And Canet's leading the race. Faminada gets the inside line of Lopez into turn 2 at the Southern Loop.
Sometimes it doesn't say rider okay.
Sometimes I don't
They
know.
do.
Right, it's yellow flag sectors 3 and 4. Wait to see if they put the red flag out. Yellow flag retrieved. So we're back to green flag running.
Might have been quick.
Interesting enough to point out that yesterday when we had, do you remember, apparently Fabio Di Antonio got struck by several bits of bike as well. And that's why
jeez.
Binder went down as well. Binder got collected with debris as well.
Oh.
And there was and Acosta's been declared unfit because of shoulder injury because a big bit of end plate flew up and hit him in the arm.
Jeez.
Because there was the riders were really unhappy and actually went to race control and had it out with the race director and said, look, that should have been a red flag. There was debris on the racing line. Get yourself under control. So, yeah, it's basically stewarding in MotoGP at the moment. It's like,
Not great.
Yeah, we can't red flag it. So
Oh, coming up
Yeah.
to the area now.
riders should have put their hands up really and said about red flags.
Yeah. Oh, I think I see a line. So I think what's happened was Van der Gerberg must have said crashed out, but must have carried on,
Yeah.
like across the thing. There must have been like a technical issue or something.
I've put the interval on for a second because it's the top 3 Then it's 4 to 14 in a battle, 15 to 18 in a battle, 19 to 21, and then everyone else pretty much in pretty much their own little exit curves, really, isn't it, at the moment on the intervals?
Yeah.
I like that little screen. It actually comes in handy. With Dixon out, let's just leave it like that so I can click it if I need it on that monitor. Meantime, Aldeguer's got a... Let's turn that off for a second. Aldeguer's got a 1:30.980, so he's getting faster as it's all happening further back in the midfield. Diego Monrella gets up ahead into 5th position ahead of Senna Igus, so that's changing over positions in the midfield as well.
Gonzalez is about to go down a little bit.
Yeah, down to 9th place.
Gone
And
wide.
this is the replay. This is what happened, Megan. Monrella on the inside line, the 10, blocked Gonzalez into 1.
Yeah,
Cheeky move or fair?
bit cheeky.
That's why he's dropped down loads of places, as you said. Barry Bolters has got ahead of Tony Alborino.
Interesting that we haven't had a replay of...
Rider okay. They've updated it for Zonta,
Good.
so that's good news.
Interesting we haven't had a replay from though.
We haven't, no. That is a very good point. They haven't actually thrown out the replay signal yet to tell us what
They
happened.
must have been confirming whether it's
Yeah.
okay or not. So we'll see it in a minute.
Well, Marco Bezzecchi, we thought, was unconscious yesterday. They didn't hesitate showing a replay 3 times.
True.
So, yeah, MotoGP is very much like, let's have a look at this accident. He could be dead. Let's have a look at the
It's
accident.
like, that's even more reason.
Yeah, they're very idiotic with TV direction. They need to sort of get it under control a bit more.
You need to red flag this because this could hurt people. Good.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, good. Let's more people, get more viewers on it.
We can bring in more riders.
It's a positive. It's a negative attitude when they need to say, look, with somebody injured, we've got Deborah in the chat. Let's red flag the race. Get everyone in. Okay. I really hope that Dorna take the. I hope that Liberty Media look at that and go, because Dorna have got taken control of the FIM as well with that lot. They go, okay, let's get the stewarding right first of all. Let's actually say, look, now we need a red flag. Now we need all this going in. Simon Crafar going up for racing steward will actually help a little bit as well, replacing Freddie Spencer. The much hated Freddie Spencer, I must point out. Canet leads Aldeguer, Lopez the top 3, and here comes Aldeguer on the inside line, down into Lukey Heights, really forcing Aaron Canet to check up on himself, isn't he, as well? It's these two, it's a battle and a half in this race, and he's got the inside line, coming into the last corner, and nearly puts Canet off the track. Brilliant bit of gamesmanship from Aaron Canet. And now Fabian Aldeguer takes the lead.
62 now, the gap.
Gap needs to be 76, so it's not quite there yet, but Aldeguer is closing up as well. Lopez needs to get back through. He's going to take 2nd position. Canet's coming through there too. Oh, Canet's gone wide, and he's let Lopez through.
Huh.
So it's Boskvana top 4 in the championship right now. SHD says the stewards don't have the idea of what they're doing. They really don't. He will be replacing Simon Crafar's spot, though I'm curious. I think it's Jack Apple. I don't know, actually. They need a rider, so I'm sure they'll find someone. It used to be Dylan Gray. Get Dylan Gray back. I'll do it. I'll happily do it. Yeah. Aaron got wide. That's 2 moments he's had now. Is that the wind?
It could be. I mean, the temperature's ambient,
Yeah.
apparently, according to the notifications. Ambient temperature of 15 Celsius.
Similar to what it was in Moto 3 then.
Yeah.
Lap 9 of 23. What we're looking at now is Barry Boltus with Senna Igus ahead of him. And
Bit of an off back there.
yeah. No, oh, hang on. That's Igus, Senna Igus and Barry Boltus.
Why do they look like the stick on a motorbike?
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Give me that one. Wish I had my chair fixed. I need a stool back. That needs to be fixed quickly.
Why don't you bring a chair in from inside?
No, I need that fixing quickly. That's my stool I sit on. So we need to get a new stand for it as well.
Well, it looks kind of fixed with it being down completely. No, it doesn't. It looks less broken like that.
Megan, if I lift it up, I know why. It's gone straight through.
That ain't good.
Gonzalez gets ahead of Garcia. Odger's in there as well.
I never heard of
Hey,
it.
maybe it just needs a new bottom, not a new top.
Maybe.
Back to the MotoGP, Moto2 action.
Oh, I saw something.
Ambient temperature. It's all right.
Oh, why does it keep telling me the temperature?
It keeps fluctuating because of the wind. It's
It's been the same temperature for about 4 hours.
Yeah, it hasn't changed once all morning. It's been nice. Yeah, it is a bit weird how it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It has
It's
actually.
been the same.
It's remained remarkably similar. By the way, we can hear the track noise in ourselves. If you take the headset off, how do you manage? You still can hear us, but if you take it fully off and just go like that, you don't hear a thing. It's really weird. Do you see what I mean? It's really weird. We've just realised that because we never take our headphones off. So it's really weird not having a headphone on, isn't it?
That's weird. Why can't we hear anything?
Soundproof headphones, I'd like to point out.
Can
And back on the inside of Lopez. He's just got the fast lap of the race as well, 1:30.943. Slipping through into turn one. Canet might win this race, actually, but I don't know.
Might.
Aldeguer's got quite a good run here, and don't count Ayagura yet, even though he's 4 seconds back.
Can I count it then?
Yes, I think so. We're approaching halfway.
I'd like to.
Temperature again. Just keeps that fluctuating temperature line, doesn't it? As well. It's not giving us it all.
Fluctuating in the same thing.
Onchu's down a couple of places. Onchu's out.
Oh, yeah.
Onchu he's got to be. He's dropped down so many places.
Yeah, there's no moving there. He's out.
Yellow flag sector 2. Dennis Onchu's out of the race. This is the battle for fourth. There he is.
There he is.
That's down at Miller at 4. The way that's gone down, I reckon it's...
Has any seagulls been hurt?
I don't know. That could be, it's a bit weird one, actually, that one. Well, yeah,
Rider okay. Just a bit strained from having to lift up the bike.
Just looking picture in picture at the moment. Oh, hang on, Macia's down.
Someone else.
Juan Macia's down as well. So multiple crashes. That one might be seagull related. Looking at it on the board.
Yeah, it could be.
Well.
It's not saying rider okay for him.
Juan Macia's crashed at turn 9. That's Lukey Heights. Onchu's rejoined the race. Turn 8. Oh, a big one then for Macia.
Seagull. We're here.
Yellow flag's out at 3 then. Albarenas passes Salak. Senna Igas in between the inside line. He's going for him and Ayagura. We've got that open on the battle as well. And through he goes. Senna Igas gets ahead of Ayagura. And that's crucial for Agura's championship challenges. Still no sign of that yellow flag being retrieved, Megan. It's still out there in sector 3. And we're approaching that zone now.
It is. And it's actually, Onko just has passed that zone. So he's the one with the most knowledge right now about what's gone on.
Don't like how we're approaching a zone with riders coming through with yellow flags open. It always makes me a bit nervy. Yellow flags now retrieved. Great work by the marshals here, but that could just be on the TV pictures. There could still be marshals in the far line, still be bags out there. Rider okay. It's been updated now for Juan Macia.
Good.
It's taking a while for that to be updated and to come through all the time.
They like trying to worry us, don't they?
After yesterday, they really did when Bezzecchi went flying. Bezzecchi, by the way, has been declared fit. Pedro Costa has not, as Alba Arenas. Sorry, that's by Boltas going through on the inside of Tony Albarino. Yeah, Marco Bezzecchi's been given a long lap penalty as a result of that crash yesterday. They deemed him at fault. I read it as a racing incident because of the aero devices, but
it's like it was a wobble.
Look, it's Freddie Spencer. He's got an agenda. Just get that idiot out of race control. Simon Crayfile, we can't wait for you, my friend, to get up there.
It was a bike.
Yeah, well, Freddie Spencer is... Well, let's just say Lance Stroll is smarter than Freddie Spencer. And you know what they say about Lance Stroll. Freddie Spencer's a world champion, but he's a senile old man at this point. Nobody likes him in MotoGP paddock, and nobody will like him, and everybody's delighted that he's leaving. And everyone's very delighted that Simon Crayfile's taking over. Gonzalez wide again, and that allows through Monrella and Garcia, and Albarino as well.
Binder's just gone down into 15th too.
Darren Binder, that is, of course.
Yes.
Brother of Brad. Older brother of Brad Binder. got demoted to Moto 2 because Binder binned it. Week in, week out, it was the running theme, do you remember?
And Brad was the only one who seemed to be able to actually keep everything standing, apart from when he's getting hit with debris.
Still keeps it binned. It still bins it sometimes, binned it yesterday. Did you know Antonio sustained a minor injury to the debris hit him? Yes, we were on about that earlier on, actually, if you weren't with us, SSG, yeah. He did have a feeling in the arm from the Bezzecchi-Vinales crash, yeah. So did Pedro Costa, actually, as well. They both had an injury. And Binder had a problem because of it in the brake duct, apparently. 10 to go. At 14 and 23. Ferdinand Aguirre leads to Aaron Canet. They've now pulled ahead of Alonso Lopez. And then we've got a battle for fourth onwards, where Senna Ayagoa by Bottas as well. Bottas on the back of Ayagoa down towards turn 4. This is through actually turn 3 first of all. That's Stoner. 4's coming up. Camera angle's really not helping us here as they approach the braking zone.
No, it really isn't.
Didn't know where we were for a second.
Well, right now, Canet is actually doing quite well with the improvements, and that was a bit of a swap around for, I don't know how to say that.
Alcoba and Arenas.
Yeah.
Jeremy Alcoba in 15th place, the last points paying position now.
That Seagull really got close.
Arenas made a mistake because Binder went through as well. So Arenas has lost 2 places there. He's made an error. You saying about a Seagull?
The Seagull got really close to one of the bikes.
Oh, honestly, the amount I've been hitting this weekend.
I mean, it's like they have no survival instincts. They see something with an engine coming, and instead of moving away, they go towards it like it's a homing pigeon.
I mean, I must point out, race control, don't stop the race when there's debris on the track and riders are laying motionless in a gravel track, clearly needing medical attention. But geese on the racing line, the red flags came out twice on Saturday.
Protect the geese.
Yeah.
What about the drivers? They'll live.
They're dispensable.
We have like 27 in Moto 2 and 26 in Moto 3. We've got more.
They have spares. Race control really does need to kick up the backside, doesn't it, as well?
It does.
Can't wait for next year. It's going to be so much better stewarding from race control. Bottas gets ahead of Ayagoa now on the inside line. Literally trail breaks in, and Ayagoa didn't know he was there. Brilliant bit of moving there from Barry Bottas. Gap back exactly how it was when the race started. In fact, it's less. It's 59. It started at 60. For God's sake.
So this is not going well.
It's going to go over then to Thailand, where the gap has to be over 50 points.
I bet someone is shouting at the screen saying, "Pass Lopez!" And it's like, I can't.
Can't get ahead. Can't do a thing. Lopez 3 seconds back to connect. It's a two-way fight at the front. Oh!
Oh, what's that?
Arborino.
Just too wide.
Yeah.
Too wide.
Down at Lukey Heights. Straight on for Tony. Well, Phillip Island, Australia is located half an hour away from Melbourne. We're in the Victoria State. Where's Neighbours?
Melbourne.
Hey, in that case, where these are, it's all the famous beach and rocks area.
Woohoo!
So, Harold! Toadie off the cliff.
Of course, Tony's left now.
He'll come back.
I mean, he can. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's either producer or director of the show now.
I find it ironic that he was the one big one to say, look, we're coming back, and he leaves 6 months after the show returns.
No, exactly a year.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. That was the whole thing because it was Therese and Toadie's wedding, the wedding day of a return.
I'll believe you on that one for the Australian soaps, but I will say one thing, Neighbours better than anything that's going on over in the UK at the moment in soap land.
Yes.
Soap's better all the way around. This is a soap opera in Moto 2, the way this is turning out. Ferdinand Aguirre and Aaron Canet, both race winners. It's closing it over between the two now. Ferdinand Aguirre hasn't won actually in a while in Moto 2, so this will be a little bit of a refresher for him to remember what it feels like.
It seems to be a weekend for winning for the first time in a while.
Yeah. Moto3 had it. MotoGP yesterday with Martin getting it. Now we're going to be in for the MotoGP Grand Prix coming your way. Well, we'll be on here in around about an hour's time. It's 2:42 a.m. here in the UK. Over there, it's 12:34 lunchtime stateside. Race starts 2 o'clock in Australia. 4 a.m. here in the UK. That's the way it goes. But look at Aguirre. Aguirre doesn't look like he's doing anything out there. Bolt has had him miles off. Aguirre's losing massive amounts of time.
I'm pretty sure it's just... Does he want to win right now or no?
Moto2 very much feels like MotoGP at the moment. Nobody wants to win the title anymore.
I think they're all just tired. I think they all just need an extra week off. I agree with that. An extra week
Well, they've
off.
got Thailand next weekend. Then they get a week's break before going over for the final 2 races, Malaysia, and then a week later in Valencia. So there's only really a month left of the standings here. It'll all be done by this point. Oh, at the inside.
Going wide.
That was Aguirre making that error that we were just talking about. Oh, and that's Aaron Canet on the inside of Ferdinand Aguirre. Takes the lead of the race. Is that down at Lukey Heights? Yes, it is. Aaron Canet takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Slipstream and a half with a very nice manoeuvre. So Canet now leads. What can Furman do to catch back? Right.
I really don't feel well.
Oh, great. We're going to be Meganless for the main MotoGP Grand Prix.
When you look back, you'll see me descend. My head suddenly go back and me close my eyes. It's like I couldn't keep myself up any longer. That's not helping. It's not tiredness, because I also feel sick.
Is that heater? Do you want to turn it off?
No, it's the only thing keeping me warm.
Oh!
Crashed out.
Who? Sector 1. Oh, Sasaki.
Yeah.
So Sasaki's out of the race. You need drink. We need to bring some drinks in here. Let's get some teas.
I need rest.
Anyway, you get about an hour shortly. So there you go. Look at this. Sasaki's out at turn 2. Says rider's okay. Ferdinand Aguirre is going to go for a move here. Once again, down into Lukey Heights. This is where Canet had him off a go. Furman's going to go late on the brakes. Backs it off. Canet knew he's going. Just tries to keep it back. Look at that. Canet's now actually 58 points now ahead. The gap is 2 points when it was match point. Well, it'll go down to Indonesia. Where are we next? Oh, Thailand.
Because Canet's there.
Yeah, Buriram in Thailand. That's where we're going to wrap up the championship in 7 days' time. For Moto2, it seems. That'll be the first match point. Unless Canet can do the unthinkable and close it back. And Lopez, he's too far back now as well. Aldeguer, really on it now. Can't find a way through. Well, they are pushing like crazy. Oh, by wriggling. Salah gets ahead of Arco, but is Aldeguer going to get him, Megan?
Possibly. But maybe not until like lap 2 to go.
Yeah, he's going to wait, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
This could be a preview of what we could see in MotoGP. Marc Marquez said he wants to have a go at Jorge Martin a bit more, so this could be a front row preview to what we could have in the...
So they're going to take it to Mirror.
Yeah, so put your money on Bagnile, someone like that. Maybe
2 laps in.
Oh, Canet's just going so defensive. Over into Lukey Heights now. Downhill into a right-hander. Aldeguer brakes, can't trail him in. Canet has got the line completely sold on him. Canet's dancing with the bike though. He's pulling it left and right. He's wiggling it as well. And to put it in a better way, he's kicking the arse out of that bike. As Megan's pointing out as well. Over the line they come. Aldeguer's got such a great exit though. Canet didn't, and that's going to give him the slipstream. Aldeguer's going to pull to the inside line in the braking zone. Canet's going to have to go late. Canet's going to go deep. That's going to give Aldeguer the move. Tries to sweep it, can't do. And here comes Diego Monrella attacking Ayagura for 5th position.
and that's a swap around. I think Binder's gone into 14th.
Ahead of Philip Salak.
Oh, and it's, according to this, Binder's now 13th.
Oh, he's got ahead of Jeremy Alcoba as well. That's,
Yeah,
that's a surprise.
quick succession.
Alcoba must have been right there on the Nixon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. And Escray has got ahead of Guevara. Where's Gamora? There's Guevara. Look
Why
at
is
that lap time! Look at that, Megan! 1:31.635. Canet and Agu on the last lap matched each other to the nearest thousandth of a second. These two are separated by
impressive.
absolutely nothing here with 4 laps to go of the Australian Grand Prix.
That is impressive.
Loving this one. Moto 3 was the dramatic one. Moto 2 is the it's the kangaroo boxing, isn't it, between the two of these as they come down. Maddie Patton's going to hit me for that one as well. Mentioning kangaroos. Koalas are coming through as well. Over the line we go. Canet's going to have to go defensive again. Aldeguer's got that slipstream into 1. Aldeguer's going for it. Wiggles out. Canet still leads.
Battle going on.
Oh, come on. What have we got? Hold that line. Aldeguer's drifting left and right a little bit. Through turn 2 at the southern loop. Into turn 3 at Stoner. 4! Aldeguer's going round the outside. Leaves down at 11. On the braking zone. Canet's gone wide. Aldeguer takes the lead. Now that looked planned to me, Megan, the way Canet sort of backed that
I
out.
think someone's down.
Yeah,
Lopez.
you're right. Alonso Lopez is out. Second in the championship. And that's third in the race. Alonso Lopez, running in third, has crashed out of the Australian Grand Prix at turn 4. Rider
can
okay.
get going.
Yeah, he's dropped the front end.
Wait a minute, doesn't this mean...
Ayagura goes into 4th place in the championship in the race. But with Canet second, it's not enough. It's not going to put him 76 points ahead of the championship. It's not going to get him the championship today. But that does mean that Lopez is eliminated from the standings. He can't.
Just sat a little bit closer.
Just one more hand on the trophy, with the second hand sort of gently caressing. 3 to go. Aldeguer now 3/10 ahead of Canet. Canet sort of had to sort of let it go, and there's a rider in there. That's Vautier. Yeah, that's gonna go fun. The Australian Senna Igus is third and on the podium at the moment in Moto 2.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Lou also mentioned that Lopez crashed out. Flashed up on our monitor. Thank you, Lou.
2 laps to go, and Canet's really holding his own there in second.
Salak and Binder swapping places again and again.
Yeah, those two can't stop battling.
No, Furman. Oh, hang on. Who's that? That's Onshu getting out of the way. So Onshu got out of the way, he went wide on the long lap. So wise to him. 65 points, Megan. That's the championship. It needed to be 76. So
Close.
Agura, unless he gets third and Canet falls out. If Canet retires from this race, Agura's champion. As things stand, he just needs to be 76 points cleared to anybody else.
It's close.
And with Lopez out and Aldeguer winning the race, that puts him and Garcia level on 66, so they can't do anything either. Garcia is 9th, so 8th. Yeah, so if Canet retires, the championship goes down there. Last up the call, Meg, so you have to stand up.
He may end up having to hold me a bit.
Who's had the operation?
Yeah, but...
It's turn 1. Aldeguer's gone wide. Aldeguer's gone wide to 1. Canet's going to try and have a fight back. Who do you think between these two, Aguirre or Canet?
Canet.
Yeah. He's slowly reeling him in,
Wants
isn't he?
it more.
He's slowly reeling him in. Here we go, into turn 3. Canet saved all his tyres. Aldeguer, I think he knows it as well. Into Stoner, into Miller, dive bomb and a half. Aguirre was waiting for it. Canet goes through. Canet takes the lead in the Australian Grand Prix. But Aldeguer's not going to give up. coming into Sayuribira. Lukey Heights. That's going to be a downhill, isn't it? Turn 12.
Yeah.
That's going to be... Look at Agura.
Might be a photo finish.
It could be. That last corner certainly gives it up for one, doesn't it?
It does.
Agura's not giving up. He's pointing to the outside line. Canet knows it's not over. 29,000 between them as they come over the hill. Down into Lukey Heights at turn 12. Here we go again. Artica's going to go on the inside. Downhill, there's the breakers. Canet doesn't know he's there. They touch once. They touch twice. They touch 3 times. They touch 4 times. Off the goes Canet. Artica force him off. And they're still side by side. How did Canet not go down? Out of the last corner. Turn 14, up to the line. The stewards will get that one penalty, surely. Artica is going to get a penalty for that one. He forced Canet off the track. Over the line, Firmin Artica wins the Australian Grand Prix with Aaron Canet second. And the Australian Senna Igers finishes third. A podium for the homester. And Ayagur finishes fourth. Diego Monrella fifth. Gonzalez 6th, Bolter 7th, Arborino Garcia Ramirez 10th, Alcoba Binder, Arena Salak Archie. Mario Archie gets the last point.
Yeah.
Escray Guevara, Vod, Artegas, Carglass, Onchu. Out was Lopez, Sasaki, Masia, Van der Gerberg and Dixon. Firmin Ardeguer wins. But he did force Ankin off the track. We're going to have to wait for this one. Is that going to be a penalty, Megan?
Probably not. Let's face it. They're not going to want to push that.
Well, we'll stay on air for that. You can go now. We'll see you in an hour, Megs. Ta-ta.
I don't know why, but I feel like I can't keep my eyes open. I just don't feel well.
Go and have a half-hour nap. Go on. Go and have a 45-minute, 50-minute nap. Go on. I'll wake you up when it's time for MotoGP. So Meg will go and have a nap as well. Feel all nice and better. I'll run you through the full results while we wait for TNT because I'm convinced we might have a swap around there on that last lap. So it's Firmin Ardeguer who wins from Aaron Canet second. Senna Igers is third. Ayagura fourth. Doesn't clinch the championship, but it has to go down now until next weekend in Thailand. Diego Monrella is fifth. Manuel Gonzalez sixth. Barry Boltus is seventh. Tony Alberino 8th, Sergio Garcia 9th, Marcos Ramirez takes it 10th, and then we get 11th for Jeremy Alcoba, 12th on the board for Binder, Albarenas 13th, Salak 14th, Mario Argi, as I said, gets that last points paying position in 15th. Then it's Azan Guevara ahead of Alex Escray, Harrison Voigt, Javier Artegas, Javier Cardelas, and Dennis Onchu. Out was Lopez, Sasaki, Masia, Van der Gerberg and Dixon. Nothing's come up from race control on that one, so we'll wait until TNT come back in order to give the final assumption on that front, if yes or no, that could be a penalty for the race winner, because he did force Aaron Canet off the track, and the stewards, they took a dim view of that on the last lap of the race. So we'll wait for TNT to come back, hear their opinion, and then dive off before the MotoGP race starts as well. That is going to be coming up as well we're actually on air in an hour's time, 3:50 a.m. British Summer Time. Yep, we're still in British Summer Time. So 3:50 a.m. British Summer Time, and that will be at 1:50 over there in Australia if you're watching down under as well. Well, nothing's come up on our monitors right now about the changeover, so it looks to me that the results might stand, but I'd like to get the opinion of TNT Sports before we call it, so you at home have the full results, which bugs me a little bit, and it bugs you a little bit as well, to what can come through. And TNT taking on a usually long time to come back from an ad break. I understand they're coming back now on the board. Yes, they are. So let's cross back over then to Gavin Emmett and Michael Laverty with Neil Hodgson and Susie Perry for all the latest news on what's going on there.
welcome back to Australia, where there's an Aussie on the podium in Moto2. Senna Aegis, the rookie, looks set to be Rookie of the Year, but what a way to crown your debut here in your home Grand Prix on the box. He did have a crash though, Michael. We've just seen while we're on the break. He did manage to, he was trying to ride across the grass and went down.
He did light it up. Just seeing shots of Paolo Simoncelli out there congratulating him. Senna did right for Paolo back in the Junior GP Championship a lot of years ago and struggled a little bit. And it just shows he needed to have the determination to continue through the European Moto2 and finally finds his day in the sun. So yeah, I'm so happy for Senna, for his family, for the Intact GP team. That's their first podium in quite some time in the Moto2 category, and he done it in style.
Yeah, great for them, isn't it? As Sergio Garcia thinks again what might have been. He's dropped out second in the championship finally, down to fourth. Had a big bang earlier this weekend, and he just didn't look right throughout that race. Finishing ninth in the end, but now drops down to, well, joint third in the championship, really. He's level on points with this man, Fermin Aldeguer, who in turn is just a single point behind Aaron Canet in second in the championship.
Could well gain the runner-up honours this year. Obviously, Aaron Canet looking good, but Aldeguer, that was more like the Fermin we expected for 2024. It was how he finished last year. Strong, dominant, aggressive, had to really scrap. The final lap there, obviously, it was one that will frustrate Aaron Canet, and understandably so when you watch it back, but it was racing incident, aggressive for both parties. Canet tried to lean it over the top of Aldeguer. Aldeguer just kept it turning, lost both wheels, and still toughed it out to come out on top today.
Well, there you have it then, a racing incident here in Australia. The Moto2 race has been fantastic. Fermin Aldeguer wins, Aaron Canet second, and Senna Aegis on his home podium in third. We will see you for Moto2 in a week's time in Thailand, where we could crown a champion. Don't worry though, because up next it's MotoGP and the Australian Grand Prix in an hour's time. See you then. Bye-bye.